Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's our weekly Lion video. Right, we're talking about the news and rumors. Right now, not a ton has happened this week, but a couple things have happened. We'll start with the first thing that happened this week. Michael Badgley, he did get hurt at training camp before anything happened. He hurt his hamstring before practice somehow. It's torn. He's out for the season, which leaves the door wide open for Bates.
Which means Michael Badgley can find a new career because he's never coming back. Ever. I hope you got your degree. Damn it.
He probably will not come back from, it's season ending, likely a kicker after a hamstring injury.
And it looks like they, like I said, everyone was excited about this Bates kid. Now he's the only one we got. Yep. So I'm sure they're going to sign somebody else.
They will. I think they already have. I think they've already gotten a couple other UFL guys, some other guys that they usually would be rotating around on practice squads. They're already there. So he still has competition. It's just his to lose now. But before it was, let's see if he can beat Badgley. Now it's, let's see if he's actually what we need going forward. Other things that have happened this week. Start really today. Biggest one so far, which is today, is Taylor Decker signing his extension. It is for 3 years, $20 million a year. It's a lot of money, but you're keeping the core together.
Getting rewarded, man, for good service. And he's one of the old guard on our team. He's one of the stalwarts. If he stays healthy, it's worth it. That's what I think. I mean, if he can give us, 16 games, maybe, 15, 16 games at least, then it's worth it and help us in the playoffs. The offensive line is everything to this team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only thing that might bug me a little bit is the 20 mil, but I mean, you also have the 20 mil to spend, and you're keeping your window with who you have with what guys. It still fits within that 3-4 year span before all the guys who you want to sign's contracts are up.
Right, and they got Sewell signed. They got their bookends signed for the next 3 or 4 years, right?
You got basically your big guys who you like right now: Goff, St. Brown, Decker, Sewell. They're all here for 3-4 years. That's where most of your money is put into right now.
Run it down the league.
Once that's done, guess what? You're going to be signing Gibbs potentially. You're going to be signing Laporta. You're going to be signing Hutchinson. You're going to be trying. All your money is going to be moved.
It's $1 billion cap pretty soon. So on that.
All your money will be moved around because that's how an NFL team who plays well should work. Where most of your money goes, it should get rotated. And that they'll have their ability to do that within the 3-4 years after these contracts are up. These are final deals for a lot of these guys that the Lions will give them, at least long-term wise.
It scares people, but this is Super Bowl team. We are going for the Super Bowl. We are no longer satisfied like we've been for 60 years to win the division and maybe win a playoff game. We've done that. Now it's Super Bowl time. That's all this team is thinking.
Nope, and I mean the small moves that we have done throughout this week. We signed a linebacker. We put Christian Mahogany onto the active NFI list. So there's tiny things that we have done this week, not major things throughout the time, and it's fine. I mean, like little things are going to be happening as time goes on. Outside of that, nothing really else major for the Lions. It's been some workouts for some kickers to keep up with Bates like we were talking about, so we don't have to worry about that, right? We know that that's what's going to be going on with that. Other things that have been going on for the Lions, it's kind of just been quiet. There hasn't been major news, right? Training camp has started. We're seeing who's going to make the team, who's not. Who's going to be that other edge on the other side of Hutchinson? Some people, like James Houston, is going to have a big year this year for us to feel better with that. But outside of that, not a ton.
Right. Well, Reader's going to be, like I said, that's going to hurt. And I was excited for this line, looking at Aleem McNeil, Reader, and Hutchinson all out there together, and whoever picked up the slack on the other side was looking good. And maybe it'll still look good. I'm just kind of down by today's news that he's probably not going to be ready for the first game, which means he isn't really going to be effective for probably the first month. He can't just jump in there. Even if he's healthy for the second game, it'll take a few games to get going.
Yeah, I
no
mean,
preseason, no nothing. Yeah, it's not going to just happen. So that's really really disappointing.
yeah, we expected. Hopefully, he'd be ready by then. They said he'd be probably good near the end of camp. Maybe there's just a tiny minor setback. They just aren't fully. They don't fully know where they're going to be at by week one. So I mean, is there a slight chance? Probably, but they'll probably ease him into it to make sure, right, that we don't have a worse injury for him. Because I mean, you have him for 2 years. You don't want to have like a CJ moment here. He plays one game, completely tears it again, and then voila, he's out for the whole year. And then you just waste your money on a whole year for a contract. So hopefully, right, you just ease him back in. Your line should be good. Right now, you have an idea of who you got there. Just not going to be as good as it would be with Reader there. So hopefully, it can work out. We're not worried too much. But slow week for the Lions. Right, the only major thing happening right now is Decker. I don't know if anyone else is due for a contract. The only other person I think that's due is McNeil, and I don't really know where that's gonna go because there is not a lot of future cap space there for McNeil. So
But Holmes is talking about extending him, so
I just don't really know how much is left. But I mean, you got most of your guys. With all that being said, though, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think so far about deals, right? Decker getting his extension, other stuff going on. And until next time, hope to see everybody soon.